What's up, everybody? It's Keefy at Aftershock Sacramento. I am hanging out with Classless Act.
Hey, what's up?
Like, say hello. For guys who are supposed to yell into sticks and jump around on stage, this has already been a very interesting interview in like 15 seconds. But anyway, super stoked for you guys. Congratulations on all your success. We have been monitoring you for quite some time, how hard you've been working. Obviously the Motley tour, but just everything you guys do. You have been just killing the game this whole year and the last couple of years. So just congrats from Ghost Cult to you.
Thank you, my man. Thanks.
Word. So Aftershock, man, you guys played earlier, killed it. I think a lot of people are now fully acquainted with you after all the coverage of the Motley, Def Leppard, the stadium tour. I'm going to say this. We have definitely taken some shots, not at the tour. Obviously, we love Motley Crue. We love Def Leppard. We love everybody on the tour. But, you know, you can't deny there's been some issues and penises and butt cheeks and all kinds of weird shit.
Oh, yeah, totally, man.
Just the way debauchery, and you guys are young guys. But I will say the tour, by the way, grossed $173 million with an M dollars. That is not an error. So you guys are.
You're welcome.
It was because of them, and probably Joan Jett mostly.
Who's 18-minute set at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, whatever. That's how you get started. I mean, it was a tremendous opportunity for you guys. That tour was like a couple of years in the making, so you know, fits and starts. But they pulled it off. I'm impressed. They pulled it off. They did not miss one show. I mean, he started the tour injured, like all kinds of crazy shit. Tell us, can you share some crazy stories from that tour with us?
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to be side stage for Motley Crue a few times. And so, there was one time where, so when the Phase of Black, some of the members, you know, will go side stage, just switch guitars and all that. And so I happened to be on the mix side. So I'm just hanging out, whatever, you know, just hanging out, looking around like, oh my God, I'm side stage for Motley Crue. And then all of a sudden I see like a security flashlight flash over to me. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, what's going on here? And after like a mixed bodyguard or mixed like security guard calls me over, and I'm like, fuck, this guy's big. And so I walk over, and Mick Mars is there on the stool, and I see a security guard, and he's like, I'm like, what's up? And Mick on the stool is like, hey, come here. I'm like, hey, what's up, Mick? And he was like, I love your band. I'm excited you guys are on this tour. He gave me a hug, gave me some knuckles, and just got a new guitar and went right on stage and ripped a solo. There's 70,000 people, and I'm like, because I thought I was in trouble. My heart sank. I'm like, oh my God, don't tackle me. I'm gonna be tackled in front of fucking 70,000 people. And then I got a compliment from Mick Mars and a hug.
During the show.
Mick is supposed to be the not friendly one, right? That's his reputation, is that he's like surly, but I think he's probably a sweet guy in general, if he knows you.
And also even after the set, we're just hanging out by the van, and like, I'm telling all the guys like, oh yeah, like, you know, Mick Mars, you admit say like talk to me and all this kind of stuff. And as I'm telling the story, Mick along with bodyguard pulls up in his golf cart, and they're just talking to us, saying like, oh yeah, like, is it cool if we hang out in your green room to stop by? We're like, yeah, of course, anytime. Yeah, most of the time we don't have a green room. But yeah, and then he was like, yeah, by the way, you guys are welcome to our green room anytime. So yeah, Mick is such a sweet guy. I can't say anything nicer about him.
That's amazing. You guys were treated well. We love to hear that. We don't want anyone to be not treated well. So clearly, we're really glad to hear that. And again, like, you know, all, you know, and in Poison, oh my God, Bret Michaels and CC, like, they were killing it. I've seen videos. So yeah, man, just all the due respect. You guys really, you know, everybody that I talked to that came away from seeing the tours, that they got there early and were impressed by you. And what lessons do you think you guys have learned from touring with these mega level bands at just an early, you know, you're not a new band, but this is, let's say, early in your career?
Like, the thing that most impressed me is that, you know, it's a summer tour, right? It's hot as fuck. And, you know, me growing up, watching all these videos of live bands playing on the sun and everything, I was like, they have to have some cooling device or something like on stage to keep them frosty. They don't have shit. They go there, they play their asses off, and they sweat like crazy. And I was like, man, I gotta stop complaining.
In leather pants, by the way. Leather most of the time, right?
Yeah. And, you know, bouncing off of Dane's story, you gotta be nice. Like, I know you have to be nice. I learned that a while ago. In general, yeah, you gotta be kind, right? But then seeing, like, these major legends being, like, really, really sweet and stuff, like, damn, that just really reinforced it. And then, like, hard-working crew members. Like, Crue is, like, incredible, best crew in the world. Everyone that builds the stage and all that. and they're all sweethearts, but they're strict, but they're sweet. You know, so it's like
More than anything, seeing the big grand operation behind like a massive tour, because being a fan, you just show up when doors open, and then you leave. But behind the scenes, you kind of see that stagehands get there at 6 a.m, leave at 2 a.m, and they're just there, and it's hot, and yeah, it takes a village. It takes 200 people to make that show happen.
Big scale, not a little deal. Not playing, the bar on the corner anymore. For real, you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. But yeah, like I said, by all accounts, you guys killed it. And so what you played Aftershock. This festival's been amazing this whole weekend. Muse is gonna play later. Were you here for the whole weekend or just today?
We got here yesterday. So yeah, we were able to see My Chemical Romance. We were all there together. It was amazing.
That's great.
They killed.
It's great to have them back. I also saw them, and I was really glad that I did. I just felt good, like, to have them back and performing and not trying to kill each other or anything like that. And I've never seen them on such a big stage. I only saw My Chem in a small club once, so I got to not that small, but like 500 people, 600 people in New York City, and not a big thing. Like, this was insane. Like, watching them on stage, it was like, I'm sure you also felt like this is surreal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've been broken up most of your formative years. They've been apart. So and then we love Gerard and all the things Gerard and Mikey do, and Frankie's in like 25 bands, and they're all good. So it's like El Stoons. Yeah, they were great. Awesome, super group. Their first performance ever was here. So really fun. Anybody else you checked out today you rather enjoyed besides yourselves?
Dirty Honey, The Struts. I'm forgetting a bunch of bands, but off the top of my head, Muse definitely.
Yeah, we hopefully cast bring the horizon. So yeah, after all these interviews, we're just knocking out all these interviews with all these lovely people. And yeah, there's plenty of bands walking around. You just stumble across a band you never heard before, and then you're like, oh man, this band's dope. Like whatever it is.
I heard this band Amigo the Devil is really good. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's really good. I don't even know.
That sounds awesome. And just what's coming up next for you guys now that you're back from the tour and this festival's over?
Yeah, I think on the whole grand scale of things, the next couple of years is going to be touring. The next 4 or 5 years of our lives is going to be touring. So we're a hardworking band. We're going to be on the road the next couple of years, and we'll hopefully see everyone out there.
Word.
Some cool live recordings coming out. And some
word?
Music videos.
Is that going to be like a formal release, or do you think like a Spotify?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, all the DSPs going to have some cool features, kind of some surprising features. So keep up on your toes. We're trying to shake up the game a little bit. Oh,
I like that. Shake up the game. We need that. We need that energy right now. I think between the last couple of years of the plague and sort of a stasis in rock, it's amazing to see. Actually, I think there were more hard rock bands of any other stripe at this Aftershock than I have ever seen, and a mix of other types of bands, punk and other things. So it was really cool to see hard rock represented specifically really well here at Aftershock, and you guys are a big part of that. So it's a real pleasure to talk to you guys and just support everything you guys do. We will link everything in the description. Just kind of a final, I always like to end these sometimes with a wild card. So I wanted to ask you guys as a wild card, if you could each invite 3 people to dinner from this festival of the lineup bands, 3 people to dinner, who would you ask?
The lead singer from Dead Sarah. Talk to her. Be like, how do you do that? Gerard, freaking way, duh. That'd be cool to see them talking to each other. And I think actually Ray Toro from My Chem, because I've always respected that man. Just like
the quiet one. It's the quiet ones you got to watch out for.
Seems sweet.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Dane?
For sure, mine would be Gerard Way, Corey Taylor, singer of Slipknot, and also singer of Muse, good old Matt Bellamy. That would be cool.
Playing in a few hours. That's right. Matty, Muse, and yourself?
I'll be probably Dale from the Distillers. They get to play. I don't know what happened, but whatever.
They dropped out, unfortunately.
But I love the Distillers.
Love Brody.
Gerard Way. I gotta go with the singers, man. Matt Bellamy as well from Muse. Now to the
Rob Zombie. That fool would be sick. Yeah, he played here on Friday.
Yeah.
He's so sick. He's like a genius.
I think he'd be cool to have dinner with him and Sherry. You could bring Sherry. Rob, you can bring Sherry to dinner with these guys. Maybe Paul.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I would invite Gene, and I love Kiss, but I don't think I would invite Gene to my house for any reason. I'm Gene Simmons, and I'm going to sue you for this tablecloth that I think I invented in 1971. That's my Gene Simmons impersonation, everybody. But I do love Kiss. Lifer. I was in the Kiss Army at 4 years old. Last thing from Classless Act. Let's send some love out to my boy Antonio, who helped make this weekend happen for me. So shout out to Antonio. These guys are friends of yours.
Yeah, I've known Anthony for, I call him Anthony or Tony. Tony, I've known him for like, I don't know, like 7-8 years now. He sees me busk on the street, and he's my boy, and he's a real sweetheart. He takes great pictures and video, and shout out to Antonio.
Word up. I am Keefy from Ghost Cult Meg. This has been Classless Act. This is the end of our Aftershock coverage, but I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and putting on such a great show and just being generally swell people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
I mean, you robbing us.
The camera? Here.
Yes, you can.